heat exchanger on the front of the dryer's block, so we're using the combine again because it has a really powerful airline. You just throw that over that wall and blow it out the other side. This is the grain dryer. This is the burner on here. You go inside. Can you see the burners there? That's not being used. That's the fan that sucks the air through this huge heat exchanger. But anyway, it's got quite dusty, so I'm just going to blow it out now with the airline. That's pretty dusty. It's very dusty, so I turn the fan on so the air I'm blowing gets sucked through rather than flies at me. The low load is still in the way from when we come back the other week with the tractor pulling on the 936, so I had to put the auger out there, back this under, weighed it, and then I'll just weigh what I'm putting in and I know how much wheat there was. I had to pay to have the white lines moved over for the entrance to Brookhouse to do with the planning permission. Anyway, looks like they're on with it now. Don't want to know what it cost. What I know what's going to happen though, they're going to do it and then they're going to come along with the tar spraying and the chipping spraying and end up having to redo it perhaps, because they've been doing all the rural roads with tar and chippings. See this smoke and hear them over there chuffing it off. I'm at Wellbrook now. I'm just going to put a little bit of grass on this corner of the field. We've got to do some drainage issues here, and then also because we've got some stables that want earning some money, could do with a little bit of grass just next to them. So we're just going to put this first couple of acres or whatever in grass. I think someone will complain to environmental health about the noise they're making changing the white lines over there, because you can't really hear the Xerion over there. Can we hear the drill? I'm going to pull this trailer out now and then sort out these bales that fell over and load it so we've got it for moving hay. Yeah, the Valtra coming now. Let's go and have a look how the drill's working. Here's an hella looking tractor, isn't it? Barely got the coulters in the ground, so it's merely like just metering it out and broadcasting it. Don't really bury grass seed. It's a little bit late. They've been better done a month ago, to be fair, but obviously we only just really cut the beans the other day. This is a job where the mini Merlot would have been better because could have got in and manoeuvred a bit more. Let's see what I can do. Need to move that one out of the way. That one it's already dripped on it and started growing. Managed to flick that one back on top, carry these two out like this. The other one I've carried out. But I've just realised we've probably got room at the shed at Water Lane to fit the rest of that load in. So I might just take that home and then leave this for a bit of room for putting some hay in. Just needed another few tyres to put underneath the last bales I'm going to put in. Just got some off the pile at the back. They're working ground and sowing grass well. This shed here, all the skylights have gone, but the back 8 foot doesn't need them, so I'm going to try and tidy it up enough so I can get 2 rows of bales along the back, and then at least we can fit some hay in it, maybe a couple of loads just out the way. There's a lot of this plastic stuff as well to get rid of. I knocked that pipe off before a tree branch log came through and knocked the fitting. Anyway, Rob and my dad's just gone to get one now. Morgan's just lifting this into the shed, and then that trailer's empty for moving hay. I'm going to set off now and start rowing hay up. Completely forgot to check this the other day. That could be why the air conditioning is rubbish on this tractor. That needs blowing out, that needs blowing out. Combine's there, another job for the combine, I think. I was once going flat out down the road on a Fendt 936 and the bonnet flew up like that. It was a little bit scary. First I thought it was going to rip off, and then also I obviously couldn't see where I was going. Yeah, I'll pull it forwards and blow that radiator out. Hopefully now, that aircon, is it? Oh no, I don't want it on. Hopefully that'll get nice and cool, then I won't have to have the fan flat out just to stay cool. Something very therapeutic about rowing grass up. Just making it look neat. I've been going an hour and 10 minutes. I'm still on the first field, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go. This is the biggest though, but I did think I might try and get finished up here for 5 to get back for a meeting at 5:30. Looking doubtful now, but we'll keep going and see. They tell you near Manchester Airport, when you're getting the really big planes, that looks like the A380 Airbus, is it? That's that field finished now. See if we can go to the next one without folding up. The gateways are pretty wide, but there's a little one over there, a little one in front of us here, and then 3 over there. So yeah, I'll easy fit for that gate, won't I? It's not actually a gate, it's a gap. Just lift that up slightly so it goes over the top of that. I mean, this is quite wet, this one, so I have to row up round the wet holes. That's a big bird, that. Two down, no GPS either. Maybe I should set it up onto the next bit now. Rob and Andrew have just arrived. The baler. Merlot fast track and trailer. It is now baling away. Fair moving, but they're not massive rows. We stitched some new seat into this, and you can see the rows, see the vigour in it, how much it's grown just in the last couple of days. Probably a bit hard to see because the tether's gone through it, but you can see lines where it's kind of poking up. They're nearly completely black from the front balters, aren't they? Oh, that's good timing. Right by where I wanted to see. Nice bales. Hopefully they're 6 foot. We don't make hay too long because they kind of droop a little bit. Smells good. I better get moving because he's baling quicker than I'm rowing up. I have got a 2-hour head start though, to be fair, but even so, I keep moving. 3 fields done now. Rob's horsing on with the baler. He's left the last 2 rows for last because they're the ones that have had the shade of the hedge, so they'll do them later on when they've had the best of the day on them. Morgan's here now with the 7.7 picking up some bales. We've got the mini Merlot here because it's the easiest one to move around, especially if we have to park it in the shed overnight for when some of the hay's collected. We won't miss the little one as much as we miss a big one. Just had a mate on the phone who's had a slight fire on one of his tractors. Luckily they put it out with a can of Dr. Pepper. Anyway, don't forget, well, he wants to buy some fire safety sticks. So small, fit in there nice and easy without taking up too much space. We did originally have it clipped on there, but I didn't use strong enough glue and I didn't want to screw into the plastic, but you can do. But yeah, they're on the website, agricontract.com. Put them in your tractors before you lose one, a tractor that is. Morgan's doing a bit of bale chasing without a chaser. he's shoving them up to the other end of the field as he's going along, making it a bit easier for Andrew. I'm on the 4th field now, getting there. This rake slowly starting to disappear under a pile of hay. Into the last field now. It's just gone 6 o'clock. I did have a meeting at 5:30, but I've postponed it. Lads are just over there now into the 3 fields left for them to go, so that I've managed to stay 2 in front of them all day, to be honest. But the baler is getting chased now by the Merlot. The last pass now, so that's about 70 acres. I think it's took me 5 hours 10 minutes. Not so bad with a twin rotor. Obviously you can get rakes with 4 rotors that will do it a lot quicker, twice the speed. Need to clean it all off now. It's like a bale of hay, the back of the tractor, top of the rake. He's spell in the middle of this, he's just doing the headlands now. He's got that one to do and then the one I've just come out of. Still really warm when you get off the tractor. The aircon has worked a treat since I've cleaned it out. But let's just have a look here now. Looks like I've been baling with the tractor. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? I'll rake all this off. You can see why tractors do go on fire when you look at all that tinder dry stuff in there and the hot hydraulics and stuff. That's obviously why they have the engines at the front. Andrew and Morgan there are just keeping up with the baler, just moving the bales now. I'll flick all this off and then I can fold up. Don't want it blowing off on the road. Got to look after these cyclists. Don't want it in their eyes, do they? Probably all have got sunglasses on today though, haven't they? Should have brought the leaf blower, there's quite a fair bit. Unbelievable that, isn't it? Do they all do this, or is it just because I had it going pretty quick? I think I'll turn it off to get the last bit out because it's by the PTO. Do the little lights to clean off. We're ready to hit the road. Put Zeri on them, but it's a helicopter. Hopefully they'll get this finished before the dew comes down. Just noticed that pin there. The bolt come out of it. So it's twisted. Put a new bolt in that, stop it coming out. Listen to that purr. Good job we got flotation tyres, it's still quite soft. This is the flood. It's not flooded obviously because we put a drain in, but we need to sort of finish the pipework off and level it off. This whole field used to be wet and it used to flood in there and have ducts on it, and that's where we come across once and did the extreme draining with the 936 and drove through it. Anyway, it doesn't hold water anymore now, which is great, and the rest of it's starting to firm up around it. I'm just looking how the OSR's doing. It's had a bit of a tack, but it's got 4 leaves, some of it now. So, properly chewed though, isn't it? Look at it, it's like it's been shot. Whether it'll survive is a different thing. Is there enough plant population? Oh, yeah, it was Kim that works with Caulfields. Yeah, every single one's been attacked really. Needs a shower of rain now, it's too dry and it's typical. Absolutely savaged. That's even bitten at the stalk if you look. The bottom there. That'll probably die, that one. Give it a few weeks anyway and see. Maybe if it gets some rain on Monday or Tuesday, might start to recover a little bit, I don't know. But at the moment it's just lay there, lacking moisture, can't really get going. That would look really good near the gateway. It was at 4 leaves, it's in the shade, so it's a bit more moist. Here's a quiz question, what's this off? If you think you know, let me know in the comments. Back at HQ now, the radiator on the dryer is running really well now. It's running a lot hotter than it has been, so we probably should have blown that out a few weeks ago. Alec, whose combine I blew out yesterday, has just rung to say that his combine's run perfect all day, not even half warm, and his aircon's working better as well, just like it is on the 724. Just shows how important it is. Lads were baling, but they've had to knock off. It's not quite as dry as it was the last 2 fields they've got in, because they were cut later on in the day as well, so they've probably not had the same amount of sunlight. So we'll go back tomorrow, but hopefully it's rode up now, so it's 1 less person to go up there, if not 2, because 2 of them can manage to get it in. Anyway, I'm going to do the birthdays now. Right, there's a few surnames that I might not be able to pronounce. I don't know whether that one's spelt wrong or they just put please on the end of it by mistake, but he's 70, Rob. Robin's 6, I think, or it's the 6th of September, I'm not sure. Paul Lang is on there. Martin Porter's 55, Martin Barr's 40, Alexander Buchan, I think, is 1, and Hannah Rees is 27. Happy birthday. We're now up to £45,438 for the North West Air Ambulance. Amazing. That cab needs cleaning out, doesn't it? Still an Easter egg box. To be honest though, the Easter egg was eaten well after Easter. I remember finding it in the cupboard a few months ago, but yeah, we need to muck the cab out. Maybe for its 2nd birthday we should have done that. That's all anyway for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, if you made it this far, click like, that'd be amazing. Oh yeah, don't forget as well, Ashton and Makefield ploughing match is held in Eccleston near Rainford this Sunday, so check it out.